for. Even though it says it's scheduled. I'll just wait for a few people to get in here. There I is. Yeah. Hello, America.
I look like I have a tiger on my lap. Oh, and I'm gonna hate that delay.
We're yeah. I know the main thing is not to watch the TV behind us.
Oh my god.
We'll just wait for some people to get in here.
So what am I supposed to watch?
Right here. Oh. See that right there. Yeah, that is a delay. Watch that. Was that like that's like a 7-second delay. See, by the time you watch this, we're already in bed, sleeping. This thing's got this thing's got a heck of a delay. Hello, America.
America.
I'm gonna see if I can adjust this just a little bit here. There we go. So what we've got going on here is we have the big screen TV behind the camera here, and there is a good 7 to 10 second delay. And usually when I've done some of these lives in the past, at least like off the cell phone looking at the screen, it shows like maybe like a 3 or 4 second delay. So this is a heck of a delay. So, but we did this so we can actually see the comments pop up because, we're old and going blind. We can't see. Exactly. Can't see. So, hello, Cheesehead Maverick, she says. That would be Michelle. Hi, Michelle. We saw a little of your live earlier today.
Yeah, we watched you cook.
Yeah.
I was excited.
That was great. You didn't start the house on fire.
We had a Mexican dish as well.
We did. Mm-hmm. It was, great minds think alike. We planned ours. When did you plan your meal out, Michelle? Because we planned ours out, what, Friday? Yesterday?
Yeah.
We started talking about it, and Kelly got all the ingredients. Red heart again. Okay, so I'm going to look here at times to grab comments, but then I'll come back to look at you. My husband and I are always looking forward to vacationing in the Dells. Went there as a kid and brings back amazing memories. The Dells is a fun town. There's so much to do here in Wisconsin Dells. What's one of your favorite things?
In the Dells?
Yeah.
You.
Oh. I don't pay her to say any of this. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of, I also, when I was a kid, would come, we used to go to the Wajawa Parade and the festival every year when I was a really young kid.
Yeah.
With my mom, grandmother.
Did you do the whole parade? I know you did the some of the other festivities, like the not the antique shopping, the crafts.
Yeah.
And stuff.
We did that, and then my brother and I have gone to the water slides, like when it was, what was the original one? I know that was the one.
Well, going way back, let's see. Noah's Ark was here, Riverview Water Park, probably Riverview. Noah's Ark opened in 1978, and the funny thing about Noah's Ark, America's largest water park as they build themselves, when it opened, I think it had, if I recall, one water slide structure and then three or four slides coming off of that structure.
Oh.
But then they had go-karts, a couple of go-kart tracks. It was really more go-karts, miniature golfing. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't an actual water park as we know it today. Mm-hmm. So you did Noah's Ark, you did Riverview, Familyland.
Familyland, I think that's
They were around, which is now Mount Olympus and has changed a lot since then.
And then I don't think I went for many, many years. Yeah. You know, when I was like a young adult. No, I take that back. We've talked about this where there used to be like a bar, a popular nightclub in the Dells that my friends and I would go to like at the end of the night. Yeah. Yeah. And we did that.
I wonder if I ever saw you at Brothers.
I think so, maybe. And then
it's funny.
And then before I met you, it was, every 4 years or something, we would come up for something, maybe the outlet mall or something. But
Okay.
and then we've been dating for 7, and obviously I am here
She knows the
a
Dells
lot.
quite well now.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So your favorite thing of Wisconsin Dells is
Oh, like now?
yeah, or just in general. What's
I
your
just think there's always something to do. There's not any lack of that.
yeah.
Um, and I don't know. What's your favorite thing?
Other than you?
I'm sure.
um you know what? You and I, my kids and I, we enjoyed the miniature golfing. We
Okay,
like
yeah.
Pirates Cove miniature golf. That's a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I see comments popping up, so I kind of glance over and then I kind of glance back to the camera. So if you're just popping into this live stream, we've got them on the big screen TV so we could see it. So there's a 7-second delay. So just bear with me and I'll get to the comments and questions. But I did the miniature golfing. I do like the extreme stuff.
Yeah, you do.
I love like that skyscraper ride that spins. I think they say it's like 60 miles an hour. And you're really just fastened. You might have seen some of these skyscraper rides like in Orlando and stuff, some other places, but it's got like a full harness that comes around you. Here, it's just 2 seatbelts basically. So the nylon strapping is what holds you in. And if you want to hold on to something, you got to grab the seatbelts, the nylon strapping.
No,
That's it.
No.
Yeah, because some of the other skyscraper rides, like Orlando, I know there's one. I believe there's one in Myrtle Beach, and they got the harness, so you could just hold on to the harness, and it's kind of cheating. So, I want to do that reverse bungee ride. I have not done that in years. I've done it a handful of times, but not in years. And I'm sure you might be familiar with those rides where it kind of catapults you up in the air. It's a reverse bungee, so you got the bungees that get taut. They pull the lever, and that shoots you up. And they say, I think you hit about 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Usually about 150, 200 feet up in the air. And then you do all those flips and come down. So, but yeah, I like the extreme stuff.
Yeah, you do.
And I do enjoy the water parks.
Yeah.
Answer Maverick is best thing in Wisconsin Dells. Oh, thank you, Michelle. That is so not true, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I know Yogi had a question. I saw Road Trips with Yogi. Hey, Road Trips with Yogi. He's on the channel. I don't think Kelly will be doing those. No, that's true. She will not be doing those. She will be eating White Castles with me.
No.
We'll be doing the White Castle Festival on Memorial Day weekend. Right?
No.
What if you made them? What if we got the bet as close to the recipe as possible?
Well, yeah. I mean, I like a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I mean,
So we'll flatten the thing out. We'll have to drive over it a little bit, right? We'll get some American cheese, lots of grilled onions.
Yuck.
Kelly doesn't like onions. So, you're right though, Road Trips with Yogi. Kelly will not do any of that. So, we had a fun time recording yesterday. Wisconsin Dells could definitely use some more non-water-based items to mix it up. Provide, all with a full day of different options. Brewski, yeah, I agree with you. I have been saying, so I'll share some of they're really not secrets. I think a lot of people think this, but I don't have the deep pockets, so I can talk about this. I think we need some extreme adventure parks here. I think we need I know we have Mount Olympus, but I think we need a smaller version of an amusement park, theme park type thing. Maybe the size of like Six Flags St. Louis. Or Valley Fair. Remember when we went to Valley Fair up in Minneapolis, that amusement park? Something like that. That's not so focused on go-karts and water slides and then just a few roller coasters on the side.
What I'd like to see, I'm sure no one will be surprised, is just higher tier shopping.
Yeah.
Like Lake Geneva and Cedarburg and other places that
These are Wisconsin towns, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. They just have like higher end boutique style clothing.
Yeah.
And gifts and just anything,
right.
home decor. So I would really like that, because here you find a lot of the t-shirt shops and little trinkety thing. Yeah,
t-shirts.
More t-shirts.
The thing about downtown Wisconsin Dells, it's owned by like 4 or 5 families. That's it. For example, the Holzem family owns just about all of the t-shirt shops in downtown Wisconsin Dells. So that's why, here's a little tip for you. If you come to Wisconsin Dells and you're getting ready to do your souvenir shopping at the end of your trip, maybe it's like, okay, I want this shirt. I think I saw it across the street. Let's go across the street and see if it's cheaper there. Or let's go down a block and a half and see if they have it over there and see if it's cheaper there. Guess what? It's the same owner. So you're going to find it at the same price. Yeah. Yeah. But I think something like Kelly's saying, I agree, like more boutique style stores.
Yeah.
You know what store I kind of like, that newer store that came in that's owned by Paul Bunyan's, is at Doohickeys.
Oh.
They've got all that stuff in there. They got the wind chimes. You may recall I was doing a video a couple of years ago in there when they first opened, and I got scolded for doing the wind chimes because I got them all going in the store.
Not surprised.
Yeah, you know, so I was just doing it for the camera and having fun, and they're like, okay. And I even overheard the person, who's playing with all those wind chimes? And they came around, they saw him holding the camera and everything, and I'm like, hi, making a YouTube video. And they just gave me a look. But I'd like to see I'm looking at Wreck-It Ralph here. I'd like to see a huge buffet with different countries. Been to one in Kansas City. Oh, that's interesting. Is it?
Yeah, that's something. Well, I guess there is a couple of buffets. Sorry to interrupt. In the resorts, but not an actual like restaurant buffet.
Yeah. Right. Wreck-It Ralph. Is that something kind of like almost I'm thinking of like a Epcot at Disney.
Oh.
Not necessarily to the extreme of all the shops and then the rides within, but they all have their own country's foods.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. That would be kind of neat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I would like that. You know, I would like a good buffet.
Yeah.
I would like a good buffet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. I don't like to bash businesses, and so I'm just not going to do that. I know we've got some reviews that we're honest about.
Yeah.
And they sometimes come across negative, and we just share our honest opinions. But the buffet, the restaurants known to be just buffets here, just not my cup of tea, not my liking. So I would agree with that. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Go there. You could have Italian,
Mm-hmm.
Mexican. What's a dish that you would like to try? Maybe that you haven't tried.
On a buffet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you do something like Indian? See, I couldn't touch it.
See, I'm not a big like curry
spice,
person at
yeah.
all, or like super spicy, but
Yeah.
or lamb, or I don't
Is
know.
that more Greek?
Well,
Would that be
it
a
can
Greek
be
dish?
Mediterranean too, but
Okay.
I know that Indian food, I think they cook with, and then like I know they do a lot of chicken and maybe is it goat or lamb? Or goat? I can't remember.
Goat? I've never had goat.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I'd be afraid I'd develop an accent. Like,
Oh,
would you like some
yes.
more of that? Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't.
I wore heels yesterday. Yeah, I did. For a very, very, very short time. I don't know how you women do that. Wear these. What were they? Would you say about 2 inches?
Yeah, at
Yeah,
least.
probably 2 inch heels.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the video that it's not gonna be out for a little bit. I'm getting a little backed up of videos that need to be edited. They're kind of in the queue. I just got so much going on with work and stuff right now too, but that will be coming out right before we go on our cruise at the end of this month. I'll get that out soon.
Yeah.
I got some videos that are getting recorded. We do them later, and then that was I was just reading some of the comments. Jason Stark. Sorry,
you
I missed
said,
the.
boy, that took a turn.
Oh yeah, that was a complete 180. Yeah. Hi, Jason Stark. Yeah, sorry I missed you, buddy. We might do another one. We had a great time last weekend. He's talking about the
meetup.
winter meetup. Yeah, we had a great time. And a lot of the people that came out, some came out just Friday night, some came out just Saturday, and then Saturday night. Then we did our hike on Sunday, which was the same group for the most part on Sunday. But we had a great time with it. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But I was just talking about the what were we talking about? We did the food and then the heels. So the heels.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we were at a
your
thrift store.
videos.
Yeah, and some of the
When you're-
videos kind of get backed up a little. Sometimes I will do something that's kind of more time sensitive, and it pushes the other stuff that's kind of in the queue back. So we'll get to that. Yeah, I was wearing the heels. What else happened yesterday? It was kind of a weird day.
Well, we
for
went to
videos.
a couple of things you wanted to film, and
Yeah,
they
couldn't get into
we
it.
couldn't get in.
Yeah, bummer.
But we always try and make the best of it, or we do
Yeah.
make the best of it.
Yeah, we had a good time. We drove out to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yeah, it was fun, Yogi. And the comments might be, by the time we see them, a good delay as well, 10 seconds or something. So um, and we're just kind of, it's frozen. I see. Well, I guess the comments are. Hello from Adam's Friendship, the bargain effect. How are you? Michelle says Cedar Fair has a new dress code this summer, Maverick. They do? Oh,
Oh.
I did not hear that. And I follow everything amusement parks. I know they got, so if you know anything about Cedar Fair, they've got a guy by the name of Tony Clark that is their public relations guy. He's a guy that comes out, talks about all the new rides, everything going on. If there's a tragedy of some sort, he'll come out, talk about it. I used to work with him when I did radio many, many, many years ago. We both worked at a radio station in Milwaukee together. And went by a fun radio name there, but I won't say that because he uses actually that name in some of his social media. That's become more for just close friends and stuff. So anyways, he was talking about how Top Thrill Dragster 2 should be back and ready to go after the debacle last year. And then Siren of the Curse. Or is it Curse of the Siren? I forget the new roller coaster, which is a tilt coaster. It's a tilt roller coaster. You'll do it. We're going to go to Cedar Point. Kelly is excited to try bigger roller coasters this year, right?
No.
What? We'll talk about that. She wants to.
No.
If we were to go to an amusement park other than Great America.
Did you get? Yes, we enjoyed it. Well, actually, do you know what? I didn't even go outside today. It's really sad. Did you guys? Oh, that's not 50, true. I went to the grocery store.
We only got the low 40s here.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin Dells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna do that roller coaster.
Look at Michelle.
High heels, tube tops, and Daisy Duke shorts, and high heels for you guys. Well, I can't wear high heels around an amusement park. I had a hard time in a thrift store. It got some attention. Michelle loves that bullhorn. When I used to bring the bullhorn with some videos a few years ago. I think it's been 2 years since the bullhorn has been out.
Yeah, summer hits and you can roll the car windows down. And it's out usually.
Not on camera. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with my goofiness that just we don't have a camera. Yeah, doesn't make it. I embarrass my kids enough. I don't think they could handle that. Kyle, yeah. So it's low 40s here in Wisconsin Dells.
I'll take this all day than the typical. Well, it's February now, but January weather in Wisconsin's usually really, really cold and uncomfortable. But I'll take 40.
Yeah. Well, although we were 57 on Friday.
Yeah.
And you said it didn't feel
well.
Like
it wasn't like a March or April 50. It was like a January 50. That makes sense. It just still had a chill in the air and reminded you that it was still winter time. But it was. I mean, it was nice. But
I would still take that January 57 over a.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. We've got hit pretty good here. Michelle says yes, please. I'm not sure what we're yesing. What are we yesing? Kyle, I agree. This is better than the usual Midwest weather this time of the year. I agree. Yeah. It's been. Did you guys get Kyle? Did you say Northwest Indiana or Northwest Illinois? I saw Northwest. I'm sure you guys got the super big cold snap a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. We got down to the actual air temperature was negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit.
1 or 2 days there. It was horrible.
And I think that one day did we crack zero even?
Yeah, they told you to stay in the house. That's how cold it was. Like the weather
in Wisconsin. They were saying that. Yeah. In Florida, it's like, okay, go in and don't come out for weeks. Illinois, okay, got it. And Michelle says Maverick and a Speedo in the winter. Yeah, that's something that everybody would run away from very fast. Yeah, that would definitely do it. So the bullhorn, that's what you were saying. Yes. Bring the bullhorn out. Do you get embarrassed when I do the bullhorn stuff?
Well, most of the time it's funny.
Most of the time. Yeah. We did I remember, weren't we at a stoplight? I think one of the funniest things.
Well, what?
One of the funnier ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we had the camera.
No.
It never made YouTube, but we're at a stoplight, and I was in the passenger seat holding the thing. Windows are down. It's nice out. Car comes up next to us at the stoplight. Older guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what I said at the bull. I think I said, I had the thing on full blast, so he heard me, and the car's probably 50 feet back heard me. What did I say? Top of the morning to you, or beautiful day today, or guy. The guy, if I recall, he was, oh yeah, it's really nice, but he didn't take into account that I was using a bullhorn to talk to him. He's, just talking to me through his car window like it's, we're having a normal conversation, but yeah, I'm using
But
a
usually
bullhorn.
it's someone walking down the sidewalk. He'll say, "Your zipper's down."
Oh yeah, we did
or,
that.
or if people are laughing and
Yeah.
we drive by them, he'll say, "It's not that funny."
You're right.
something
Yeah, if
funny
people are
like that.
laughing, I'll just say, "Don't turn. That's not funny." We did that. Remember, we went to the chili cook-off in Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
Yeah.
a year and a half ago, and I said something in Gatlinburg. We didn't have the bullhorn, so or did we? Did we bring it?
I don't
No.
think so.
I think I yelled something. In fact, it made the video when we were down there,
Oh.
and I yelled something to that group. I mean, other than the zippers down. What was it? Are you guys raise your hand if you're from out of town or something? Because like everyone out in these tourist towns, I forgot what it was, and everyone's just kind of looking at each other like, who's the freak?
Mhm.
So, new subscribers from Portage. Hey, thank you, Jackalope. Appreciate that. We love your coverage of the area. Thank you. Appreciate that. We love covering the area. There's just so much going on. Not even in just Wisconsin Dells. I mean, the Dells is its own animal. There's just so much to do in the Dells, and always things changing, but there's just so much going on in Wisconsin. So thank you. Casey says hello. Hello, Casey. Road trips with Yogi. Did you ask him for Grey Poupon? Yeah, that was almost like the conversation with the bullhorn.
Yeah.
He was a real nice guy. It's just I was using a bullhorn.
Funny.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yes. Michelle's
our cheerleader.
She is. Thank you. Welcome to the family, Jack. Michelle, she's got a channel. They did a live today. So how did that turn out? Because I was watching a part of your live, Michelle, with you and Ed. Obviously, I didn't see it live. I saw the later version on YouTube. But then I had to do a couple things, and I think you were working on dinner then for us too.
Yeah, I was
So we
in
had
and
it
out
on
of
then,
where
yeah.
the TV was, watching it a little bit, but it was funny.
I didn't see how it turned out though.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I think Ed liked. Well, I think it's something that they've eaten before, so I think they like it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to catch comments here. The Chad. Hello and good evening from Adams, Wisconsin, 20 minutes north of the Dells. Hello, the Chad. Or should we just call you the Chad? Or Chad? The Chad? You could be the Kelly. I'll be the Maverick. Well, how are you, Chad? 20 minutes. Yeah, we're familiar. In fact,
It was a skillet dish. Oh, Yogi must have watched too.
will you do a video at Six Flags? Oh, no, wait, that's not what I want to say. Six Flags Great America's. SGAM. Hi, Carly. What is SGAM? I was going to say Six Flags, but that would have been a S, unless you meant Six Flags Great America. I've got a few on the channel if you're talking about Great America, and I think we've got one of Valley Fair in Minneapolis on the channel.
Yeah.
Didn't we bring the camera, or no?
I don't. Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Valley Fair is a fun little park. It's a little park, but it's fun.
Is that the one with the swing ride that I like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll do any of Great America if you're talking about Six Flags Great America this year.
That's what it says.
Is it okay? Yeah, Six Flags Great America. I did not buy season passes this year. We bought them, my kids and I, last year. We usually bought them every year. And last year when we bought them, we used them once, and it was the very, very end of the year. In fact, did they do a bonus weekend? I think that's when we went. It's just getting harder because my kids are getting older.
Yeah,
I've got.
Well, they keep raising the prices too, and then when you go, it seems like it's so busy. You have to stand in line for a couple hours
Weekends
just to get on the.
Yeah, well, that's
on the
especially
rides.
Fright Fest. I try to stay away during Fright Fest unless I'm going to do some filming, because I know a lot of people love Fright Fest, but
Yeah.
you really have to pack your patience for that. But I don't know if I'm going to make Great America or not this year. We just didn't buy passes. If there's going to be an amusement park this year, it's going to be Cedar Point for sure. And I'll have to reach out to Tony there. Hey, all from Fox Cities, new subscribers. Hello, Edward. We're just talking of. Oh no, Fox. I'm thinking of the Twin Cities. Fox Cities. That would be. Wouldn't that be Oshkosh, Appleton?
Oh, I don't know.
That's the Fox Valley area. So yeah, I would assume Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, Appleton. I love that area, by the way. What we went boating there in Lake Winnebago that one year. First time on Lake Winnebago a couple of years ago. And I mean, it's a pretty big lake. It's 30 miles long, 10 miles wide. So for an inland lake, it's a pretty big lake. And remember, we go to the other end and we left Appleton. We were parked by Fond du Lac, the southern end of the lake, went to Appleton, the northern end of the lake. And we just made it back before the sun was down, remember?
Took a long time.
Yeah.
It was so nice. Pretty.
Yeah.
Relaxing. Will you review Icarus? It says.
Haven't been to Six Flags Great America in 20 years. Road trips. It's a fun place. Have a good time. Aaron, I saw Icarus.
Yeah.
The Rise of Icarus. Yes. I know. I was, for being a Wisconsin Dells YouTuber guy, I didn't make it to Icarus last year.
Which
at Mount Olympus, by the way.
Tickets for it already?
I have a ton of tickets for Mount Olympus right now. A ton. So my kids and I are going to cash in, and I think you and I should cash in as well. Because you haven't done the rotating water slide.
I'm not doing that though.
You would like it. That's an easy thing.
No.
It's easy. It really is.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but
but I have fake eyelashes. I'm not going underwater.
I don't think it cares if you have fake eyelashes. It's not going to judge.
Care.
Well, let's do it before you go on to your eyelash appointment then.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but you know what? You've done water slides, right?
No.
You don't do water slides. So if you want to do the rotating water slide with me, I've got tickets. Let's go.
So there.
It's a fun ride. It really is. I got to be honest. So when they built it at Mount Olympus, there was only like one or two on the planet. And this was the first one in this country. And I have seen some POVs of the two in China. Maybe it's just one in China and one in, it's out in Asia, though, both of them. And I was thinking, oh, that's lame. And when I came here to the Dells, I'm like, that's going to be lame. And watching the POVs and everything, it just looked lame. And we were wrong when my son and I did it.
You liked it.
It was a great ride. Yeah. I call it the rotating water slide. I forget what Mount Olympus actually named it. What are your favorite things to do in the Dells area? Casey says. Well, we talked about that at the beginning of the chat. Kelly's is shopping.
Yeah, shopping, good food, going out to dinner. Yeah. We like supper clubs, so we try to find those.
There's a place out here called, it's not really in Wisconsin Dells, it's about 20 minutes from here, called Cimarrones. That's our favorite. Yeah, we've got a video on it. What's your favorite food over there? We tend to rotate things. Fish and steaks.
I do their like fillet or I've done their fish. I've done I've done a few different things. It's all so good.
It is. Butters.
They have great clam chowder soup.
They do. Yeah. We love going there. Yeah. And you like the outlet mall, our local outlet mall. And Kelly loves the t-shirt stores. It takes hours to get her out of there. So Kelly's more about the shopping. Shopping and Yeah. And I enjoy the attractions.
Yeah, he does.
You know, like the bungee jump stuff, the go-kart stuff like that. Michelle, I'm packing my bags and Mexican food. I'll be there shortly. She's on her way here. Awesome. Haven't done the Dells in 30 years plus, Edward. It's, a lot has changed in the Wisconsin Dells in 30 years. Actually, a lot has changed. But there's some things that are still the exact same. The deer park, that's still here.
Oh, yeah, I like that too. We went there this last summer. I like the feeding the animals and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I see the Dells Raceway. We do the Labor Day of Doom.
Yeah.
It's great. We've seen that 3 years in a row now? 4?
Yeah.
That's always fun. Yeah.
We should go to a regular race program.
Yeah, I would go. Yeah.
And they're fun, but here's the thing: when you go to the Labor Day of Doom is towards the end of the season where they crash into each other. They actually race vehicles. They have trailers on them. Yeah. I mean, I could enter buses, boats behind your, beat up boats that you may not want to keep, or people buying from junkyards. It's more of the amateurs driving, and things get crashed up and smashed up, and that's what
It's
we
a
like.
great time.
It
yeah.
is,
And
yeah.
then they have a really good fireworks
Oh, yeah.
display at the end of it. Yeah.
Those things just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. That's at Dells Raceway Park.
Yogi said, "Is that
It-
miss the live stream from prison? You don't like the backdrop? This is our."
Oh yeah, our backdrop. I just got this. It's all it is a banner, so you don't see the clutter behind us and the three people we have in behind the bars in prison. Have you tried the Dells Ducks and the arm? Oh, the comment disappeared. It may see if it's on your phone still.
Yeah, go
it
on. You go on. You've got
you'll
on
find
plenty of duck rides in your videos and stuff, right?
Yeah, I've not done the Army Ducks on the channel, but I did do the Bigfoot. What do you call that? Jet boat. We've done that. We were just at Bigfoot last weekend to do one of their new attractions, which is they call it snow tubing. You don't need snow; it's regular tubing, and they wax the bottom of the tube. So if there isn't any snow, you can just tube down the slides. That's a part of the Bigfoot complex, but they have a lot of good
Someone
stuff.
asked if we travel north.
What part of north?
Yeah, because we travel a lot. So.
We do. Northern Wisconsin. Door County is probably as far north as we've gone.
I love Door County.
We like Door County. Yeah. Door County is a great place in the fall. We should go there in the summer, though. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's just
because
it'll be totally different.
Yeah.
Would anybody even have interest to see what some of these areas look like in the dead of winter? The Dells just kind of continues on because the Dells has grown so much. Our friend in the Fox Valley area was saying that he's not been to the Dells in 30 years. One of the things that's changed in 30 years is the Dells is really a year-round resort area now. Of course, there's our businesses that are just seasonal, like the outdoor water parks. But they were go-karting outside at Big Chief. Was it like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, when it was warm? So if they can do it, they'll do it. But there are some attractions like the Aquavia Lumina. I love that attraction at Wilderness. That's year round.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's going on year round now, and
I like that attraction a lot too.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Hi Annie. Point Rapids, Wausau area.
Oh.
We do have a video, Annie, on Wausau. Remember we did that? We went axe throwing there.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And we went to a supper club that didn't like us.
Didn't like. Yeah.
Well, they didn't like us. And
yeah.
Did we
Is that
not
the
like
one
the
that
food?
we got asked to leave or whatever?
Kelly got us in trouble again.
Kelly did.
Go figure again. I know. What happened there? Remember, the staff even came out to make sure we were leaving. They're standing on the balcony at the front of the restaurant.
Well, they didn't like that we were filming for one thing.
Edward loves Door County. Us,
Right.
yeah, we loved you. Yeah, right.
They didn't like that you were filming. It was kind of the tail end of COVID.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just emotions were high everywhere, I feel like. But
yeah.
But we weren't happy with our service. It took a really long time for things.
Right.
We weren't happy. I don't know, the food was wrong, something. And then when we wanted to speak to a manager, she was just, remember, she was just really extremely disrespectful, and so we just decided to leave, and they made sure they walked us out to the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, we were basically escorted out. When we go in and we video places, whether it's a restaurant, a hotel, or something like that, and I don't ask for permission. I won't do it on restaurants. We're going to go in. We're going to review, because if we give them a heads up that we're coming, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best service you'll ever get. The food's going to be the tastiest it's ever been. So we're not going to tip it off. And again, it's just our opinions, anyways.
Right.
But I really try my hardest to respect others and not get them on camera. Yeah. So if I do a quick pan, you're not going to see in these videos, food coming out of someone's mouth, like pouring out, and I'm zooming in or anything like that, embarrassing them. I'm going for the ambiance of the place.
Oh, it's just a food
So,
review between you and I. It's
right.
not really. Is Del Bar or Ishnala? Which one?
Hi, Helen. I just want to say hello to Helen really quick. And I see she's got a question there. I'll look at that in a second. Want to do things there. Edward, I missed your question. I'm so sorry. Which is better, Del Bar or Ishnala? We need to do Ishnala.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have yet to do that
this year.
We want to.
Ishnala is closed right now for the season. They'll
Mm-hmm.
reopen, I think it's early May, late April, early May.
We've
That's
been
a
to
must.
Del Bar a few times.
Many times, yeah. Del Bar's good.
Yeah.
We enjoy Del Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Del Bar is Del Bar's where the locals go. A lot of the locals, and I mean like the business owners, the guy that owns Mount Olympus, the families that own Wilderness Resort, the family that owns Kalahari, and it's been like that for years. And I think they just like to be seen there as well. It's like the club where I just want to be seen here.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
They made a new little addition, which looks great though. The little bar that they added.
Del Bar? Yeah. That
Right.
just
And
opened
then,
up.
so
last
we've
year.
been in there.
Yeah. It's a fun
to
place.
see that.
I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They do
And the
have good
food is pretty good.
Yeah, we think it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We say it like that. It's pretty good because, of course, if you got Del Bar here and Cimarrolis here, we are huge fans of Cimarrolis. Just huge fans.
Mm-hmm.
So we will do Cimarrolis. Cimarrolis is a lot less expensive than Del Bar, and it's just delicious.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it is really.
Del Bar's good. Del Bar is
No,
good.
it
It's
is.
just you pay for it.
Yes, you do pay.
You pay for it. So things in general. Fox Valley area. So we do have. There's a big boat show that happens in Oshkosh about this time, if I recall, right, Edward? And my son and I did that one last year. We're not going to do it this year, but we did that last year. We've done Lake Winnebago, at least on the channel. We've got Lake Winnebago on there once. We've been on it. I've been on it twice now, but once with the channel.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. Do we have any? We really need to get more into Appleton and Oshkosh and hello, the EAA.
Oh yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Yep, that's on the channel. We need to get to it this year. Because you've not done the EAA.
No.
Yeah, that's a must.
And we missed one. They want to know they like Pizza Pub and what's our favorite pizza.
Hey Scott, hold that because these things go so fast and then we miss it. I'm gonna answer that question. What are your thoughts on the current makeup of the Dells? Feels like everything was a Mount Olympus takeover for a while. Is it evening out or am I missing? Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question in a moment, Scott. Pizza.
And do we like Pizza Pub? And yes, the
Yes.
answer is yes.
Yes. Yeah, we road trips with Yogi says the 2025 EAA with the bullhorn. So, Pizza Pub is one of our favorites.
Oh, not to interrupt, but we want to do the EAA on the pontoon boat.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, on Lake Winnebago.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But back to pizza. Sorry.
Pizza Pub is
great.
one of our favorites.
Yep.
Moose Jaw. Okay, here's my opinion on Moose Jaw, and then we'll see if you agree or not. They're inconsistent. I have been there, and I've had fantastic pizzas from them. Really, really good. And I've been there where it's just not been so great.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like it was great for a while, and then they went downhill, or the other way around. It's been, it's like really good or great. Okay, what happened? Really, really good. Okay, what happened? So I'm not sure. It's just inconsistent, at least my opinion. What would you say that? Because we've had a few pizzas there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we like Pizza Pub. I guess the best.
I think it's in the Dells area. I think is the best.
One of my favorites was Kalahari when they had the pizza. Remember before they redid the indoor water park last year, and that was I don't think they have that anymore. That little restaurant. We were asked about our opinion of Wisconsin Dells and the Mount Olympus takeover. It's been interesting with Mount Olympus. They've got their niche, their target audience, and I think they've done a good job of going after their niche. It has definitely changed the landscape of Wisconsin Dells for sure. Um, what I would like to see with Mount Olympus, and I think they're starting to do this now, is let's bring it up a level. Let's bring it all up. Let's bring the quality up. Let's bring the experience level up. Let's raise the prices, which you would never hear me say for doing with any business. Don't raise, because we always say don't raise the prices. Mount Olympus needs to raise their prices, um, which would allow them, I think, in return to have better offerings, better experiences, and and we can make the Dells more family oriented without introducing words to your kids that you don't want them to hear until they're, like middle school or something. Um, so I think they're maybe starting to do that because they've got Rise of Icarus this year or last year, which is, I think, a great addition. We've got the rotating water slide, which was
And
a
they did a
great addition.
Great, their little Christmas light.
The Christmas lights,
is, I
yeah,
think, pretty good too.
over 2 million lights that they
Yeah.
put in that little park.
Mhm.
So maybe they're starting to do that, and let's just give them a couple of years to see if they continue along that path there. Do you two actually live in the Dells? So I am, technically speaking, just outside of Wisconsin Dells, but you could say I'm in the Dells area. And Kelly is 30 minutes or so from
Yep.
the Dells. She's
Outside
closer
of
to
Madison.
Madison. Yeah. Carly, I have never been to an amusement park. Ran like Mount Olympus was so many safety hazards.
Yeah.
So I'm just careful because it's a small town. I know a lot of people here. So I just don't want, I'm trying not to offend anybody. I know what you're talking about. That stuff is easily found just by Googling. So
Yeah, I would
yeah.
read all the reviews
Yeah.
and do your research before you go anywhere, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a couple of years, Noah's Ark used to run this thing because they compete with Mount Olympus on the outdoor aspect. And Noah's Ark would say, know before you go. Look at TripAdvisor. That was their big thing. Know before you go. Look at TripAdvisor. So yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what happens with Mount Olympus. Do I like what they did at first about 15 years ago? Absolutely not. No, it really changed things. But I think we're starting to see some improvements with Mount Olympus. Let's give it a couple of years and see what happens.
Yep.
Kalahari, they are bringing, they've brought this area into, it's like a miniature Disney concept because the owners of Kalahari, Todd Nelson actually, the Nelson family, and now his sons are slowly taking over. His dad is going to, Todd will not retire until he's dropped in underground. He's going to go forever. But Todd's philosophy is it's just like Disney. It's got to be clean. It's got to be, if here's your expectation of Wisconsin Dells, Kalahari is way up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for what they are doing to Kalahari for next year. They are putting in, expanding on their indoor water park, 75,000 square feet. And it's going to have a retractable roof.
Oh.
And I'll keep an eye on the construction. There's already some footage of it on the channel. What's going on? Just probably 5 videos back. And I will keep you apprised of that. So I'm excited about that. Wilderness Resort is another resort that they do it right.
Standard is high.
Yeah,
it's good.
They do a great job.
job.
Saw a video of Kalahari the other day with Chevy Chase. Pretty cool. I've seen that. So they've got Chevy Chase and what was her name? Do you know the actress's name from National Lampoon that played his wife?
Oh, well, we
saw that as
figured
well.
it out, but I can't remember now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Chevy, he's looking long
interesting.
hair, and he does not look like Chevy Chase. But I think that's a great promo that they're running. It's that whole vacation theme thing.
Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Who's asking? Yogi, do you have any? Casey, who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? I wonder if Casey's going for Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't care. I really don't care this year. There's just no one that stands out.
I would like to see, I'll have to say, I would like to see someone else win. Just because
so you don't want to do the
it's kind of turning into like the Tom Brady of it all where, year after year, it's exciting to see another team win.
Yeah.
But we're not fans of either team. Like, he's a Packer
Yeah.
fan. I actually am a Dallas Cowboy fan, and
Yeah.
don't come for me. But um, and so, but I think Kansas City is a dynamic football team to watch. I think they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I have watched plenty of their games, and so I don't know. Who are they playing?
Philadelphia, the
Eagles.
Eagles.
The Eagles,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, right.
We lost to the Eagles.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Can't blame the Eagles though. We just didn't have what it took. The Packers with the Eagles this past season. I guess I don't care. You know what? If you need me to name one, I'm going to say Kansas City. And the only reason I'll say why is because my daughter is actually she's a Mahomes fan. She's not, I don't know, she's really necessarily a Chiefs fan, but she's a Mahomes fan. She's a Kelsey fan because she's a big Taylor Swiftie. So it all kind of ties in there. It's the triangle.
I know. Don't make fun of me.
Yeah,
You're giving me a hard time.
Who's that?
Just because I said I was a Cowboy fan.
Oh, someone giving me a hard time. Oh, go Pack, go. So I guess I would say, just to make my daughter happy, we'll give it one more year. If Kansas City makes it next year, that's it. They've overstayed their welcome of Super Bowls. They must lose next year, but this year's fine with me, I guess. Let's see. I just missed that. That came off the screen. If you're just tuning in, we're not looking at phones or anything. We're on like a 7-second delay from what we're looking at on our big screen TV where we can see the comments. And it only holds about 3 or 4 at a time, and then it just disappears. So Browns and Packers next year, Michelle. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? I don't know if the Browns would survive it, though, to be honest, because they've gotten better, but they still. I don't know much about the Browns. I'm just. Let me at least put that out there. But from just following general football stats, I think aren't they more average right now? The Browns.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I could be wrong, Michelle. I could be talking out of my rear end.
Yeah, but if you're from there, you're gonna root for your team.
That's true. Am I right though, Michelle? Are they considered just an average team, or are they really? Am I just wrong on that? Let's do a summer meetup at the Brews game this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Paula Webb.
Be fun.
That could be fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's something we haven't done together. Is gone to a Brewer game.
No, we haven't.
Or a Bucks game.
Did we? No, we didn't. No. In fact, I have never ever been inside the that new stadium in Milwaukee. What's it called? I'll be in it next month.
Oh, where
the Bucks house? Yeah. What's it called?
The Pfizer Forum.
Pfizer Forum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true. My kingdom for AK9. Do you go to the EAA show every year? I do not go every year. If yes, do you camp? No. Or select hotel in advance? No. Once had to stay an hour away, hard to get accommodations. Yeah, you know what? We're about 2 hours from it, so we just do a turnaround. We go for the Saturday, and we could catch the Saturday afternoon show. We do as much as we cram it and pack in as much as we can that Saturday, and then stick around for the Saturday night show. And I've only done that a couple of times now. So I think this year, Kelly's not done it. I think this year we will do it, but we'll do the free version. On Lake Winnebago.
On the lake,
yeah, Lake Winnebago. So average, but our defense is outstanding. Okay, so their defense is they got an outstanding defense, and maybe their offense is on the up and up for the Browns. So we got to watch them. The Packers, at least, got to be careful. Thanks for your videos on area hotels from Helen. I rewatched your video on the View and Aloha Beach Resort today. Those are nice hotels. Your videos have been very helpful in planning our trip. Oh, great, Helen. Great. I'm glad to hear that. They're very different hotels, the View and Aloha Beach, owned by the Makowski family, both of them. Very nice people. The View is a boutique hotel where we had our winter meetup.
Super cute. I like that one a lot. Mm-hmm.
If you're coming in the summer, I would say do the Aloha, because you get the free. It's like Land of Natura. What do you call those things that float in the water? Like the water, Land of Natura. What do you call all those things that float that the kids jump
like
on? Floating water park stuff.
Inflatables, but they're
they have some at the Aloha, and they're absolutely it's part of the thing. They've got a real nice beach as well off of Lake Delton. It's really spread out. They have an indoor and an outdoor pool there. Excuse me. At the View, they own the motel across the street. it's no big deal. You just cross River Road and you got access to the outdoor pool. But the Aloha is just more spread out, and you get a beach. So in the summer, that would be a great family place. All of the comments
Yeah, I
disappeared.
don't know.
No one's watching anymore. Okay, guys. Well, everyone's
they are.
gone. So, we tried to stay at Natura, and they told us that locals are not welcome. What?
Oh, well, that's interesting.
No, the bargain effect. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying that, but that would be interesting because the Adam, Rich,
the
and
brothers.
Dave, the brothers, the Mikowskis, they welcome everybody into their businesses. And they love having the channel come out because, and of course, it's publicity for them. We do a lot of stuff, they're really nice. So when we were at the View last week, no, I did not pay for the room. They allowed us to come in to do the meetup.
Oh, yeah.
The Land and Natura tickets that I have been giving away all last year and a couple last weekend, they gave them to me. But then we've done some videos. But I don't do, just so you know, Maverick can't be bought or given, here's some free tickets, come give us positive reviews.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to be honest.
To be very honest, yeah.
The View is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
If it was a crap hole, I would tell you that. I really would. Then they would probably never give me free tickets again, but that's fine. That is fine. And it's not. The View is very nice, by the way. So, so they like having the channel out there because they get the publicity, and I enjoy doing stuff with them because, of course, they spiff me tickets that I always pass on then for winning. Just wondering if you knew what the downfall of Timber Falls was. Hang on, the thing's scrolling up. My favorite place when I was a kid. Now it's a waste of money, basically. Scott Wallace. It's owned by the Waterman family, and I don't know why they took out the coaster. I've heard rumors. You're talking about like the avalanche roller coaster and the log ride. I know exactly what we're talking about. And the miniature golf that used to be in there. Remember that big plot of land next to Jose's? Do you remember? Yeah, the coaster when we first started dating. Yeah. I don't know why they took it all out. And that plot of land is for sale. They just kind of, I want to say they got out the amusement part of it, but they own the skyscraper. They own Timber Falls across the street, the miniature golf. They own Knuckleheads, which is amusement based on kids. So I don't know. I really don't know. I know what you're saying though. It's not what it used to be. Well, you're right, because half the stuff is gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it's not like they have plans for that land because one of the family members of the Waterman family owns a real estate company here in Wisconsin Dells, and he's affiliated with Remax. And so it's the family actually. I think his name's Aaron. That's trying to sell the land for the family. So I'm not sure what's going on. Never heard of someone refused anywhere simply because you're a local. How nutty!
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. What's the scariest ride or adventure you've ever done, Casey? And the Dells or just in general?
The higher, the faster, the better.
Yeah, faster, higher.
Right.
Scariest again. That could be a couple things. Okay, so for me, scariest.
I think you told me once the one in Iowa. That one was pretty scary.
No, Cedar Point.
Cedar
I
Point.
love Cedar Point. I've only been there once. That's when Top Thrill Dragster was actually Top Thrill Dragster, and that was a great ride. So the way it was set up back then, it stands 420 feet tall, the coaster, from the bottom to the top hat, and you go it used to 0 to 120 miles in 3.8 seconds, I think it was, and it was great. It was just it just took off, and then you just fly over that top hat most of the time. Sometimes you would get a rollback. I never got the opportunity for that. That was a great ride, and for a roller coaster that I met it challenged me there. I was actually nervous. I'm usually not.
Wow.
You know what makes me nervous, Casey, is and maybe that's why I love doing them, are the reverse bungees that we talked about earlier. Where it's like a reverse slingshot. They pull a lever if you're on the ground. Yeah, there's one here by Chula Vista. You see them all over, like in Orlando. They've got them as well. And it just shoots you up at about 70 miles an hour. I get nervous on those.
Yeah.
Would you do one with me?
No, absolutely not.
if road trips with Yogi, I don't know if he's still with us or not. I think your back would be able to handle that. I know he's had some issues with his back, and he joined us with tubing last
Oh,
week
yeah.
and did the tubing. And he said
Yeah.
it wasn't bad, and
Oh.
you would be able to handle the reverse bungee because even though you flip around, it's not like your body is flying out of control or anything because you're strapped in pretty good.
Mhm.
So it's really, really smooth. Thanks for all the info. My wife says I asked too many questions.
Oh,
Not at all. Look at that.
thank
You so
you.
much for the super chat. 9.90. Thank you.
That's
I
great.
really appreciate that. No, your wife. Hey, Kelly says that I talk too much.
You can be long winded, but
Yeah,
I love it.
I know.
It's okay.
Yeah. So that's okay. No, not at all. But thank you for asking all the questions. That's what we're here for about Wisconsin Dells or
Yeah.
silliness in general.
Right.
Kelly's recipes on our homemade dinner tonight. Yeah, that was good.
Someone asked if you are going to do any more giveaways.
Yes.
And he always does.
Not tonight. We're thinking maybe a game night, but we're not going to do
Yeah.
it tonight. We're keeping it low key, I guess.
I
But we
think
will.
you do quite a lot of giveaways.
We do. Actually, for a small channel, we do. So last year we did a bunch of Amazon gift cards. Last summer I did a ton. My goodness, we did Knuckleheads. We did a Land and Natura summer. So I will talk to some Dell's businesses, and a lot of them are just so kind to donate. And then I just, like I said, I just pass them on as prizes to give away. So we will. And then there's been a lot of things that I have bought actually out of pocket as well that I've done giveaways on. So we'll definitely do some more stuff. My Kingdom for AK9. Scott Law, never too many questions. No, that's true. Maverick, I love your channel. Very informative. Well, thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. If I recall, Edward, he was from the Fox Valley area, I think, at the beginning of I'm trying to remember as we see some of these. So, thank you. And we do need to vlog more of Appleton and Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. We're going to do that this summer.
Yeah.
I love that area, actually. Kelly and I have always talked about if we move somewhere, we're going to keep it in Wisconsin, but we're, some possibilities. And I think that area is just too far from, for our kids and stuff. But someday, if we ever did a move or something, I would love that area though.
Yeah.
Appleton, I think for me.
Yeah, you like Appleton.
I do like Appleton a lot. Nick Bell, hey Nick, gonna be in the Dells. Nick is
in July.
In July,
We'd
I
love
lost
to
it.
meet you.
Oh,
That's what he said.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as we get closer to your time here in Wisconsin Dells, shoot me any video you comment in. I do see all the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you. Otherwise, my email address is pretty simple: maverickhayeschannel@gmail.com. Scott, just feels like my whole childhood was Wisconsin Dells vacations. He's only 42, but so much has changed. It has. A lot has changed. And a lot's still kind of the same. You got the boats and Paul Bunyan's. So much has changed. You want the old days back. No more t-shirt shops. It would be nice. You know what would be nice to have? We were talking about this earlier. So a little theme park. What was the Dells known for back in the day? Fort Dells. We need a Fort Dells, I guess more modern, maybe something that would appeal to today's family.
Yeah.
Because we've, our families have changed so much. But we need a Fort Dells, something that's a Dells staple. Because Fort Dells opened, what was it, in the 50s, I think, and closed in the 90s. People of our age and older, you say Wisconsin Dells, they're going to say three things. What would they say? Fort Dells, Dells Boat Tours, Tommy Bartlett.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the three things.
Cool.
Those were all the staples. And we only have one, did I say four? One of the three right now, the Dells Boat Trips. And the Ducks. So we need them to come back. Something like that, like a Fort Dells. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Aaron is asking. I don't know. What do you think inspired us? I'll let you answer that.
I think because before we met, he has always liked to travel.
Yeah.
Even as a child, he traveled with his family, and then he and his kids travel all over. And then when we met, we just love to travel, go out to dinner, just do things.
Hmm.
And he's got such a dynamic personality. And he used to do radio, so he's just got this like great personality. And so it just fit. I don't know, like
Oh,
what.
you misread the cue card. I'm sorry. So when you're talking about the greatness qualities, you missed that note.
But
Ah,
I think
that's why I love her. She's so complimentary all the time. She really is. I don't tell her to say this stuff.
well, and so I think, I think that it would be a shame if he didn't share all of his, and he's very knowledgeable of this area and, you know, things like that I
Yeah.
think obviously help you guys. I think that it's amazing that you can watch him and then, come here or go to a restaurant or a resort or a amusement park that he's recommended. I think I mean, and you know what? Before he did this, and even still, we look to YouTube and we have our
Yeah.
favorite people that
Sure.
we watch for the same things. We
Yeah.
watch a lot of YouTube people and videos, and
You like Ruby in Las
I
Vegas?
do
Travel
like
with
her.
Ruby? Yeah,
She's
I
a
like
new one
Ruby
that I
too.
like a
She's
lot.
she's in Vegas. I
Mhm.
do like her.
Yeah.
There is I still watch him, and we went, my kids and I, we went to Myrtle Beach a few years ago, and I think her name, I don't watch them on a regular basis, but I do enjoy their channel still. I think it's Carmen and Brian. So if you're going to Myrtle Beach, you look for them because they run a really good channel
Mhm.
about the Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah.
They stay in Myrtle Beach though, as you know, my channel, this channel, and I say my, but I've brought Kelly into it and stuff. But this channel is a lot of Wisconsin Dells, but it follows us around too
Yeah.
as we travel and just have fun and be silly.
Yeah.
Like for example, we're going on the cruise in a few weeks, and this will be our second cruise for the channel. Our first one, you'll just have to back up 2 years ago. I think, yeah, you'll find the 3 videos on the cruise. And whereas Carmen and Brian would just stay in Myrtle Beach, so when they go on vacation, unless they have a second channel I don't know about, their Myrtle Beach channel wouldn't feature that. Whereas I'm incorporating a lot of Dell stuff by request. This year, you're going to see more Dell's videos than last year, even. But I don't want to be just Wisconsin Dells because we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I would say 60%, 65% of the videos this year will be Wisconsin Dells, so more than half. If you were the mayor, love travel with, yeah, Carly knows the travel. Isn't she fun to watch? Joshua, if you were the mayor of Wisconsin Dells, what would you change in the downtown area along Broadway? That's a tough one because I guess the mayors, they can only do so much. I mean, it's free enterprise with the businesses that come in. But if we wanted to make Wisconsin Dells something that we could just change, Kelly had mentioned earlier more specialty stores.
Yeah. Just more.
Like Geneva, if you're familiar with. Let me see if I can help some other people out that may not be familiar with Wisconsin here.
Just any like quaint little town.
Yeah.
They just have higher end
Martha's
little
Vineyard.
Stores. Yeah.
I'm trying to think
And
of
I
the
think
wineries,
they
the vineyards out in
need-
California. Yeah.
They need one of them.
Well, I think we need to, yeah, just bring it up a little bit more, with just other than t-shirt shops. I'd love to see more dry attractions. We are going to be the water park capital of the world for many, many decades to come. I don't think we have to worry about losing that title. We need more roller coasters. I'm not talking about Mount Olympus style. I'm talking more Six Flags style. I know they're so expensive. We need, but I mean, they do it at in Kissimmee, just outside of Disney. There's Fun Town. You've got
any touristy town.
Yeah, any of these drive touristy towns. In Branson, Missouri, they've got a Bigfoot business down there. It's very different than ours here, and they've got this awesome. It's a fun drop tower for you Six Flags Great America people. It's like Giant Drop, similar thing. But I was more nervous on this thing than I am on Giant Drop. Giant Drop, you got the full harness that comes around. Okay, on this thing, it's just a lap belt. It's a lap seat belt. That's it.
No, thanks.
You can lean over as far as you want. Yeah, it's just a lap seat belt. You don't feel as secure in the thing. And then on the other side of that drop, or on that tower, it has the reverse bungee. But then they got that huge Ferris wheel. If you're familiar with Myrtle Beach, they've got that big Dutch wheel Same thing with Pigeon Forge. They've got one in St. Louis. George and I did it on the video last year. You and I did the one in Pigeon Forge. These big, giant 200-foot Ferris wheels, 150-foot Ferris wheels. I think one in the Dells would be fantastic. I did look into it. I can't afford it. It's over $10 million for a Ferris wheel. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it was, I think it was 200 feet, the one that we did. And they're enclosed climate controlled cabins, so you can run them all year long. And they charge $15, $18 a person. And these things they're racking up the money. But yeah, the bank wants 20% of me to put down, and I don't know if working with investors would be a good thing for me. So, there's something there.
Said you should do reviews at hotels in Milwaukee, like the historic, a lot of the
Yes.
historic, and the Pfister I thought was really beautiful, old, like.
We've been there twice with the channel, not to stay, but
Yeah.
We need.
But are there other ones there that you know of?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do the Pfister. So we want to do the Pfister. The Pfister comes with a price tag of about anywhere from $300 to $650 a night on a weekend. I mean, it's just so hard for us because Kelly's got kids. I've got mine part-time. Kelly's, I mean, we work and stuff like that. They're in school, the kids. So it's hard to do it in the middle of the week is what I'm getting at. So it'd have to be a weekend, and it's just so tough to do Pfister at that price point. But I would love to do Pfister around Halloween. Yeah. And there's some other hotels that I just don't know the names of, but we've stayed at. We stayed at the Hilton though. The channel didn't. We didn't have the channel at the time, but remember that with your brother and.
Yeah, and that was really old and really neat.
Beautiful
hotel. It was. Yep.
We stayed at. Now this is Chicago. Not too long ago when we did the Trump Tower and stuff, we didn't stay there. Would have been nice, but Donald wanted a lot of money to stay there, so. We stayed at, it was just a Marriott Courtyard, but that was in a real old building on the up in the Gold Coast, and that was really nice. Like the Mississippi or Columbia Rivers.
I think they're talking to each other too.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you very much, King. So they're the ambassador.
Oh, okay. Well,
oh, okay. So these are some Saint Anne. Okay, so these are some of the old hotels. I agree. We should check out.
Yeah.
There's a lot more of Milwaukee that I want to do on the channel as well. We did. You weren't with me when I did the Harley Davidson Museum. When I went with. You weren't with me.
With my sister. Oh, I was in Milwaukee, right?
We were there together. Kelly did her thing, and I went to the Harley Museum. But there's a few things in Milwaukee, and there's something in Milwaukee. So if you live in the Milwaukee area, you already know about this. If you don't live in the Milwaukee area, there are cruise ships. I think it's just a cruise ship, right?
Good night, Casey.
Good night, Casey. I think it's just a cruise ship. And it's not the size of the big ones that you see like going to the Caribbean, like a Carnival or a Disney or anything like that. But we should do that.
Yeah.
We looked into the price.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
To do like Michigan. It's crazy, but that would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it goes from Milwaukee to Detroit, maybe. I don't know. I mean, travels the channel of the Great Lakes, or does it go to Buffalo? I'm not sure. Scott, if you know, let us know. And Michelle, Clevelander, I mean, you've got Lake Erie out there. Do you have that cruise ship? And do you know if that's the one that goes to Milwaukee then? There's an actual cruise ship.
Yeah.
So. Thrifting and antiquing in that area is so much fun. Yeah. So many of them. Some are massive.
They have that like 4-level one, remember, in Milwaukee?
Oh, that antique store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
Yeah. Kelly was snapping at me because I was just entertaining myself while she was looking at stuff. I think there's a bell there that kept ringing. Or something. Yeah. Love Milwaukee. Lots of huge antique malls and great museums. You know, there was a what's the name of that huge food thing? I did it with the channel a few years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what it was called, but it's like an outdoor market. Well,
it was an indoor market.
Or I'm sorry, an indoor market.
Indoors is incredible.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will know if they're familiar.
We should bring
We've been there a couple of times.
Never heard of that before. Oh, talking about the cruise, Michelle.
Mm.
So maybe it doesn't go to Cleveland then. I don't know. The ship that leaves Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Milwaukee and I live in Portage, but I know of a few places in Milwaukee to go. Yeah, we need to do that indoor market though, you and I together, and actually try
Yeah.
food. I went in there with the camera a few years ago. Kelly went thrifting that day.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly thrifts on such a regular basis, so you know, for me, it's not as exciting anymore because it's a daily thing. So it's like, okay, you go thrift, and I'm gonna go check out
Mm-hmm.
the you know, whatever. And they had the indoor market, and that was great. We got to try some of the foods. I'm in Janesville area. Hi, Scott. Okay, so let's see. Scott says he's in Janesville. Doesn't know about the cruise. Okay, I thought you said you were in Milwaukee. I'm sorry. The food place is the Milwaukee Public Market.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
Have you've taken? I take it you've been there before, Scott.
Mm.
That place is awesome. Have you ever eaten there with your family?
I think so. I think,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta try it. I live in Nakusa. I love to watch you guys. Stressed in the Midwest.
I love
Thank you.
Your handle.
Yeah, that's a great handle. I love that. Thank you. Do appreciate that. Viking smaller ships doing weekend long or 4-day and river cruises. Yeah, we got to check out some of those.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lizzie. We gotta check out.
Market,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta check out some of those those river cruises.
Mm-hmm.
The Milwaukee Public Market. Yes, it's great. You guys would love it.
Yeah.
What would we love? We're talking the river cruise. We're talking public market, and I think we're talking the big cruise ship on Lake Michigan that leaves Milwaukee. So, yeah, what was that cruise ship? The cost, wasn't it like over $1,000?
Yeah, it's pricey.
And was it?
Yeah.
And it was per person.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, yeah, it was like per person. Public market. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go there Hungary, do a video.
Yeah.
So who's coming to Wisconsin Dells this year? Whether it's spring, summer, fall, who's coming up to the Dells this year? What do you need to know about the Dells that I have not done a video on so far that you're curious about? I know there's I'm getting a lot of suggestions when I read the comments of some of the videos. Don't worry, they are coming up. You know what's become popular, which is so weird because I did this video last summer, was Wisconsin Dells then and now, and I kind of showcased downtown Wisconsin Dells and did some of the history and showed some old pictures of downtown Dells, even as far back as the 20s to what it looks like now. And a lot of people are saying, oh, please do that. Can you do that for the Wonder Spot and Old Attraction? Can you talk about maybe Chula Vista, what it was like back in the 50s? And I don't remember what it was like back in the 50s. Do you remember? I wasn't here in the 50s, but Kelly might be able to expand on that.
Really?
Yeah. We weren't here in the 50s, but so those then and now style videos and talking about some old attractions. So I will do some videos on stuff like that. Lizzie says, I just love all your updates. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're in the Dells a lot. The Shamrock Pixie. Shamrock, you got your own motel out here. Belux Monks or Monks for Burgers. Oh, that's a good one. Belux or Monks. And we've had them both on the channel.
I don't think I've ever had a Monk's burger. You have.
I've had many Monk's burgers.
Mm-hmm.
You never tried?
Mm-mm.
No?
Not a hamburger there. No.
Really? I mean, we've been there so many times.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Belux or Monks. That's a tough one. I'm thinking. Just hold on a moment. I'm thinking. They're very different because you're not really even asking Coke or Pepsi. Because they're very, very different. That's almost a question like Coke or orange. Was it Fantana? Fanta, whatever it is. They're both soda pop. That, they're both carbonated, but then they're very different. If I could only do one burger the rest of my life, boy, that would be tough. I think I'd probably do Monks. I think I would do Monks. That's a tough one.
Mm.
First or second week of June, Helen's going to be here from Southwest Pennsylvania. What is your favorite water park? Noah's Ark. Yeah, Noah's Ark for me.
Yeah.
Kelly doesn't do the water parks with me.
When I was a kid, I did though.
Yeah.
And Noah's Ark's always a good staple, a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of different variations of the slides
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
yeah.
So outside Noah's Ark, hands down, for me. And indoor water parks, Kalahari.
Mm. Yeah, aren't
Yeah.
they? Because they're kind of geared like I know Great Wolf is great for like families, right?
Young families,
Yeah,
like young
families.
kids, toddlers,
Mm-hmm.
and like fifth grade, sixth grade,
Yeah.
that age range, young families.
Right.
And Kalahari's nice because they've got some of that as well, but then they've got some more extreme stuff. What I also like best about Kalahari is it's all under one roof. So I like Wilderness a lot. The reason Wilderness has these multiple little water parks is because when Wilderness was built, they didn't own all of that property back then, and they didn't have the vision or the idea that Wilderness was going to explode with growth the following decades as it did, or decade and a half. And it's just become so popular. So they keep adding on. They bought a ton of property and they kept adding on. Well, they put in these miniature water parks. And I think their idea was, okay, what we'll do is instead of one huge under the roof and then make people walk like a mile to get to it, we'll have a bunch of little things, smaller versions of like indoor water parks. So like 30,000 square feet, where Kalahari, once the expansion is done next year, is going to be, geez, I would bet well over 200,000 square feet of indoor water park. Um, so I was just looking at a comment here really quick. So yeah, I think Kalahari for me. Did you ever go inside Kalahari with your kids?
I've been in there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the water park, not just a browse around.
Yeah.
They've been in, but you didn't go in anything on the slides or anything.
Well, no. Mm-mm.
We're gonna change it this year. Who wants to see Kelly on a water slide in a video?
I pay too much money for my eyelashes and hair color.
We'll get a super chat
Not
to buy you more
ruining it with
eyelashes.
chlorine.
My kingdom. Okay, I've been looking at River Cruises since viewing Ken Burns' documentary. Oh, your comment just disappeared on our screen. River Cruises. We'll have to look into that.
Oh, okay. Someone was asking if you knew anything about the Tommy Bartlett.
About
like
its current condition, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Still for sale. It's $7.5 million if you've got that money. There are some conditions on the property. So rest in peace, Mr. Tom Deal, who's the previous owner. He just passed away last fall. The conditions, and his family still owns the property, the Deal family. If you are into condominium or apartment development, you can't buy there. It is zoned for amusement, and they would love to reopen that show. It's unfortunately that style of a show is just a dying breed, is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it just was not generating the kind of income to sustain the profitability to grow it and so forth like that, which is a shame. It was a great show. So $7.5 million to buy it, and it's amusement, zone for amusement style. So I don't think it has to be a show necessarily, but you won't be able to build condos there. And right now there's nothing going on.
Just
so are you asking for me to trespass and bring the camera? Is that where this is going? I might be able to actually set up something of what it looks like now. I can show you off of Lake Delton. Well, maybe on the boat this summer. There's that little cove where they did all the water skiing and that part of the show, and you can see up the grandstands. You can see all of that, and everything's in great condition. And nothing is, Mother Nature has not started taking over yet when you look up from the stage. So everything's being cared for. But as far as what does this changing room and stuff beneath the stage look like, what does the property walking from the parking lot, because remember that real nice pretty walk to the grandstand area, I'm sure that's all in good shape still, but I could probably set up a tour. It's an amazing show, Lizzie. You can go see Bello through. Yeah, so Bello Knox, his family was a part of Tommy Bartlett, the Nerveless Knox. And Bello is going to be here in Wisconsin Dells at the Legacy, thank you, theater. and it's only going to be a quick run, only for like 5 6 weeks. He'll be here.
Yeah.
There are rumors. Um, I hate spreading rumors. Yeah, I just don't do that on the channel. But I've heard from a few sources. So there are rumors that Bello could be, after this Dells visit, could be doing residency, and I forget which tourist town like Wisconsin Dells, for a very extended period of time because it will be his theater.
Oh.
It's a rumor,
Mm-hmm.
but I've heard that from multiple sources now. Again, it's still rumor, so we'll see. He's a nice guy. We've met him. Very, very nice guy. Vegas. Are we gonna go to Vegas? We are. We've talked about it.
Yeah, I want to take him to Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, because you've
It'll
been
be
there.
fun. Yeah,
I haven't been there since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to watch Travel with Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she knows everything about Vegas.
I will send. Sorry, I forgot your name. I saw the comment that wants my my store name. And you left your email. We will go back and I will email you my store name. So thank you for your interest. I appreciate it.
Stolen Goods with Kelly. Give it out. Yeah, she'll get back to you on that. Lizzie knows of Ruby's channel. Yeah. So Ruby is from Milwaukee, actually, originally. She's from Wisconsin. I think, if not Milwaukee, then Milwaukee area, if I recall. But she's talked about that on her channel. And she does a great job.
Mm-hmm. She does. She's
all
easy
that
to
stuff. Lizzie, if you are familiar with Vegas channels, there's also what's his name? I'm not in Vegas, or I'm not staying in Vegas, or something like that. He's got a kind of a fun channel. I got very drawn to the demolition of the Tropicana Hotel last year.
Oh yeah, you like watching that.
I do.
Stuff. Mm-hmm.
Never been to the Tropicana, but I felt like it was a piece of history that, like, I visited that disappeared from me. So this guy did a great job covering it too, and it's kind of a bummer. There's a lock jackpot, famous Turn It Up World. I am familiar. Didn't Turn It Up World, didn't they do camping for a while? If I recall, they had, their channel was about camping. They got an RV, and she hit a post at a campground, did a lot of damage on it. I don't follow their channel as much as I probably should. If it's the same people that we're talking about, I really should subscribe to them. Not Leaving Las Vegas, Rhonda. Thank you. Yeah, he's got a. They do have an RV. So and didn't she hit a pole or something when the RV was brand new at a campground? Do you remember that? Like a year and a half ago or something. But that's Vegas, and we will have to go to Vegas. Wisconsin Dells stuff is it's kind of funny as I watch on the screen. It's like they're doing something bad with your arm here. I'm really just rubbing her arm. It's funny what we're able to see. There we go. Yeah, and there's a 7-second delay. It's like, what's going on over there? But we need to expand a little bit more in Wisconsin. But this year will include a lot more Dells videos too. And more than your typical, when a lot of people come into Wisconsin Dells, the typical stuff, the water parks and stuff that we've already got on this channel, we're going to kind of dig into some old Wisconsin Dells stuff too. I don't know. I don't watch everything they post. I only started watching them about a year and a half ago. Okay.
Hi, Quinn. My son.
Oh, is he on? Hi, Quinn.
Hi, buddy.
I don't. Is maybe right before you started watching them. Then, Lizzie, they got this brand new RV, and she hit something with it. So, but we'll expand on some more Wisconsin stuff. Fox Valley. We need to get back to Green Bay. We've got a couple Green Bay videos. My son Mikey and I, we've got one on here last year. I didn't bring the camera, when we went to go see a Packers game. We took when we played the Lions in November. Oh, that was a horrible game. We lost. It was 40-something degrees. It was just a real heavy rain the whole game. Yeah, but and then old Wisconsin Dells. I'm gonna get some of that old stuff. I need to do a lot of research for old pictures of Fort Dells. If you just happen to have any, and I'm not talking about the kind you could get online because those are easy to find, when you were there with your family, going way back to Fort Dells. If you have any that you would like to share on the channel, email them to me, maverickhazeschannel@gmail.com, because I'm going to put together maybe a series of videos about Fort Dells as time goes on. So that was a great time. You should go up to Three Bears Resort by Black River Falls. Heard some good things about them. We tried going there New Year's Eve a few years ago, and it was just completely booked because it's open. New Year's Eve is completely booked. So maybe this summer we'll go check it out. The Three Bears. At least if anything, do a bring the camera and do a quick tour. Introduce everyone else to it that may not be familiar with it, because it looks like it's a fun place. I think it's a Yogi Bear campground, if I recall. And I think we need to get to Eagle River too. So I saw someone post that earlier on the comments, and we need to get to Eagle River. That's a big fishing town.
Yeah.
Would you have any interest in Duluth, Minnesota? Way up there by the country line. Yeah, hey there, don't you know?
I mean, we've been to Iowa before.
This is up in Minnesota. This is northern Minnesota, Duluth.
Okay. Oh, Duluth. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go anywhere with you.
Oh. Channel's about to get sugary and sweet. Yeah, I think we should do something like Duluth. So, but we just wanted to really come on, say hello, try out this new background. Road trips with Yogi. I don't think he's on anymore. He had mentioned it looks like that we're in prison. Our prison background. We've got this. We've got the banner. I'm not going to hang the banner. But what I want to do is something I want to get made is a picture of Wisconsin Dells banner.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
and we'll post that. So lots of Wisconsin Dells videos, because I know a lot of the viewers love the Dells stuff. So we'll do that. And if you are enjoying the Dells stuff, but you want to see more Dells, more than just the Dells, well, please subscribe, because we got those coming up too. And I guess before we wrap it up, we just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you for all your support.
Yeah, and the kind super chat.
Yeah,
thank you today. It's so nice. Thank you. Do appreciate that. Any money that is sent through a super chat and stuff, I put it right back in the channel. Yeah, and that goes for our food and traveling and stuff like that. And when I mean food, I mean the reviews, anything that's going to be used on the channel. So thanks guys. You're welcome. Edward, you are welcome. Thank you. We should be thanking you guys for watching. Safe travels. Happy Valentine's Day. Be safe out there, guys. You too, Michelle.
Thanks,
what's going on your channel?
Ed.
Michelle's got a channel. Before we wrap it up really quick, what anything coming up, Michelle, on the channel? Thank you, Helen.
Thank you.
We will. You'll see the cruise just a few weeks after we're on it. We'll have that out. Michelle, what are you and Ed doing for Valentine's Day? I think there's White Castles in Cleveland area, or at least there used to be. If there's not anymore, I think they used to have them at least. I know Columbus, Ohio has them.
Yeah.
And while I'm waiting for Michelle's reply here, you can, if you go to White Castles, you could go there on Valentine's Day. You can reserve a tablecloth. We'll put the flower. That's true. They do that. She always, didn't I call? What did I do?
Yes.
Here we go. What happened? I called yesterday for White Castles.
Well, we were calling around to actual
that's
places
true.
that we wanted to go.
Yeah.
It was booked, and he thought it was funny to play a joke on me and called
White Castle.
And this lady was just following along and just playing
Trying
along
to make
with
a
him.
reservation. I made a reservation.
And he's asking questions like, are there flowers on the table? She goes, is that what you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, what in the heck?
And I used to say,
This
I
poor
said, nothing
woman.
but the best for my baby. Nothing but the best for her. So, excuse me. Smucker's video, Michelle says, candlelight dinner at White Castle. Oh, that's what you're doing Valentine's? Oh, good for you. First live of years of caught. Thanks. Look forward to the next. Hi from Lacrosse. Hey, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Guess what? We were in your town yesterday.
Yeah,
We did a video. It'll be out within probably about 2 weeks, that video. That was a fun video.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what, Rhonda? What I did for the very first time in Lacrosse, your town. I wore high heels. It'll be in the video. Yeah. 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 So now lacrosse and I will be known as the high heel. Awesome. No. So I think it's awesome that we were in lacrosse. No, you wore high heels. Yeah, it'll be in the video. That's a wacky video. You know where we went? And I won't give anything else away. We did a food review in your town, Rhonda, on Milwaukee Burger Company. There's like 7 or 8 locations throughout the state, and we ate at your Milwaukee Burger Company yesterday. So you'll have to watch for that. The reviews in there, and the silliness of the heels, some other stuff, and Kelly thrifting. We tried to check out the Charmin Hotel. We're gonna get a room there one night.
Yeah, and the little castle.
Oh yeah, the bed
B&B,
breakfast
yeah.
castle. We'll be back in Lacrosse, neat town. Going to Kalamazoo, St. Patrick's Day weekend. All right, Michelle. I'll bet there's a casino up there. Have an amazing night, everyone. You too, Shamrock Pixie. Rhonda, cool. I haven't been there yet. Yeah, great hotel. Yeah, it is. We'll be back to Lacrosse. So we're gonna wrap it up though.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I got to get to the other side of the camera to turn it off. So you just keep waving until I tell you cut. Bye. Just keep waving. Yeah, there you go. Like an animatronic.
Everyone,
take care, guys. Have
a
great night.
Share and subscribe.
Yeah, no, keep waving because I got to cut us off yet, and this will take me a minute.
Boom.